Thank you, Kimbrell. And if I can manage the city half as well as I picked out the program today, we'll be in great shape. The program was designed to show that amazing diversity and talent of the city of Houston. And where else in America would you have a justice of the peace, the People's Court, swear in the mayor of the fourth largest city? It's normally federal. Judge Trevino comes from a long legacy of public servants, which have helped make this the great city that it is. You know, everyone should be smiling this morning because the people of Houston are smiling because they've elected a mayor that's going to listen to them, a mayor that is one that's known for solving problems. And that's why it's exciting to be here today. I have individuals I'd like to thank. I could use all my allotted time if I went through the list that I would like to include. Houstonians that have been so nice and generous to me across Houston during the campaign. Those of you that are here today, I want to thank the council members and our city controller for their willingness to be public servants. I know the sacrifices that you give, what it does to your family, but I applaud your willingness to serve, our diversity on council, and we're going to come together and make a real difference. The only reason I ran was to make a difference. That's the reason I'm here this morning, to make a difference, to make this great city greater. And obviously, I must thank my two daughters. They have been reared by their mother and a father that's been in public office their whole life, not their adult life, since they were born. It's been such a blessing, and I've got more plaques and awards than I can place on a wall, but my greatest accomplishment that I'm most proud of is two productive young ladies that are making contributions on their own, Sarah and Whitney Whitmire. So proud. During the campaign, at campaign forums, I'd get very passionate about my love for this city. Went to high school here, community college, the University of Houston. I've had the honor of representing constituents here for 51 years. I'd get very passionate and I would say, I can't wait. I wish I could go to work in the morning. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's morning time. So let's get started. We have a great city and great people. I could spend the whole program talking about our greatness. The nation will be coming here next week for the national championship. They will highlight Houston. They'll talk about our great med center, our port, our spaceport, our sports teams. And then they're going to talk about our people. We're recognized worldwide as the most diverse city probably in the world. It's something that we're also proud of. I do want us to practice that diversity. As Michael Gott sang, we are all one. We have our unique neighborhoods, our nations of origin, our customs, our religions, our sexual orientation, but I present the opportunity to lead this city as one. When I was approached by Houstonians to run for mayor, they said, Whitmire, you can unite this city. And that's what I intend to do. Now, like most major cities, we have our challenges. I could spend the morning listening to them. Public safety, infrastructure, city services that could be better, city finances that we can no longer kick down the road to address, the homeless issue. When you leave out of this beautiful building, go a block, turn right, go a block, and you'll see homeless. The city's done a good job, but we must do better. The homeless deserve our attention, and the Houstonians do not want regular contact with the homeless. We've got to address that. It involves criminal justice, mental health, and prioritize it. Affordability. It's the goal of Houstonians to own a home. We cannot waste our resources at the housing authority or the housing department. We've got to reach out. I applaud our justices of the peace in the county who now are helping folks have legal representation before they're evicted. I could go on. Our infrastructure. We've got to be creative. We've got to partner with the county, which we will. I'm already in discussion with commissioners that are willing to work in their precinct and share the costs for city streets. We also must do more with Metro. Ask Metro to partner with us to improve the streets that their buses tear up. There are just so many other things that we can do. But my number one priority, and the priority of Houstonians, is public safety. If we do not address public safety, the other quality of life issues will not matter. I want you to know that as I travel this city, people are concerned. And the first solution to solving a problem is acknowledge you have one. And I know what the stats say. I know they're headed in the right direction from last year, but 1 year stats does not explain the fullness of the problem. Of course, we've got to increase the number of officers on the street. But we don't have time to go through that process. But I'll commit myself to recruiting our community colleges. We have officers in Austin and Seattle that are contacting me willing to transfer to Houston. We've got to make HPD open its doors to other officers from other agencies. We make it so difficult for people to join HPD. We have cadets that are required to purchase a revolver. A service revolver costs $1,000. After we recruit someone, they move to Houston, they have to go finance it to Police Credit Union how to pay for that $1,000 revolver. That's their introduction to the department. I will get the Police Foundation, Don Sanders and others, to give them their revolver. Let people want to be first responders. And public safety also means firemen. I will meet with the firemen tomorrow to begin negotiations to get them and the city out of court. It can be done. It must be done. You do not sue your first responders in John Whitmire's administration. We will work with our judges. I will be very outspoken. The backlog is being reduced, but this morning, there are 1,900 people waiting to go to court for murder or capital murder charges to be held accountable or to be found innocent. The problem is, members, half of them are either on bond or fugitives. 900 are on the street of Houston. That's a small group that is raising havoc that you see on the 10 o'clock news. We've got to address that. We've got to have reliable garbage pickup. Mine's been in front of my house for a week. I thought, surely. But that's reality. And we live in a great city. Great cities do not have those issues. And we're not going to kick the can down the road. We're going to handle the finances. We're going to reach across the aisle. We're going to be very creative working with the county. We're going to reach across the aisle and work with Austin. Houston can get greater resources out of the Land Commissioner office under my leadership because Don Buckingham, a former Senate colleague, has already said, let's sit down and improve relationships. County officials have great responsibility. We have friends there. But I want to remind the county that we're in Harris County this morning. The old model for county services and the sheriff's office to start at the city limits of Houston is backdated to Squatty Lines days, if any of y'all remember Squatty Lines. So, back to public safety. The first thing I did after I was sworn in at 12:01, because I didn't want to waste any time, was ride with Chief Fenner. I wanted our first responders to know that I care and that Houstonians care, that I was representing Houstonians to say thank you, first responders, for putting your life on the line. They are already improving their production. They're already, you can see it in their eyes. They want to work for Mayor Whitmire, and Houston will benefit from that. Our firefighters, too. When I'd make a call with Chief Fenner, firefighters were there. And don't forget our municipal employees. Thank you, Hope. Thank you, municipal employees who keep our offices going. Back to public safety. Collaboration. We have 80-plus agencies in the city of Houston. They don't talk to each other. They can't even talk to each other on police radios. So Chief Fenner is already showing leadership that I respect and like and encourage. Thursday morning at 10 o'clock, he's already having a meeting, and he and I will meet with other law enforcement agencies to divide the city and see that no community is going unprotected. That's what leadership is about, and that's what I and this council will provide for you. So, we can't do it alone. We need the support of Houstonians. Everywhere I go now, people say, how can I help you? You can help us by supporting us, giving us your ideas. I want to listen to the citizens of Houston. I will be in the first floor of City Hall today at 2 o'clock to meet and greet, listen and learn what people's concerns are. One of them this morning actually called my son-in-law, City of Houston, as a courtesy, told him that he used 4 times as much water in December as he did in November. They just want him to know he's got a $1,000 water bill. People need to know where to go. Flooding, that comes under infrastructure. Not only preparation for Harvey, with having sufficient first responders, recovery czar, and other people in place, but I want to address with council the drainage, because there hasn't been the main maintenance to drainage. A 2-inch cloudburst, you know it, I know it. You know what thoroughfares you can't travel. That has to be corrected. But we have to do it together. We're all public servants. Each and every one of you, and every Houstonian that can hear my voice, you're a public servant, whether you're ever on the ballot or not. And I believe someday we're going to be judged. What did you do with your public service? We need you at the City of Houston. We need your support, your prayers. And like I said, there is much to do. I have no patience, no time to waste. I'm willing to give the next 8 years of the remaining best years of my life to public service on behalf of the City of Houston. So let me just say in closing, it's time for us to go to work. Thank you all for being here. Let's go to work.